Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian, and in this cookbook, this is cookbook number 2 for our platform 10x coaching community. If you haven't downloaded this, it's in your members section. If you're watching this on YouTube and want to join us, it's below. You can see a link in the description below. All right, so here's what we're going to do to really quickly articulate and illustrate what I think is a um, really powerful math exercise, right? So most folks think to themselves that using the featured listing model or selling lots of featured listings or VIP listings, however you want to phrase it, is going to make you rich or get your project profitable in a way that's rewarding or redeeming and kind of makes the whole thing worthwhile. So let's think about selling a featured listing package, right? What you need to accomplish to get your goals using the featured listing model. Let's say it's $99 a year, right? That's what you're selling a premium package for. Now, understanding, of course, that the vast majority of your general audience is not going to purchase the featured listing. Most of them are going to go with the free listing. So in any conventional community or directory, framework or setup or project, for, lack of a better word, the majority of people want free listings. A small, contingent upon how skillful you are, percentage of your audience will go for the higher or premium offer, predicated, of course, on what benefits that brings to them, right? So let's say it's $99 a year, which is a model I've used. And let's say you get 1,000 people to sign up for that over, and pay for it in advance. So they're not kind of, you don't have to re-up them month to month. You're just getting them in a lump sum to pay $99. That is, if you do the math, 365 days a year, you need 3 people a day to sign up for that offer to earn $100,000. And $100,000 is certainly a nice round figure, and it seems enticing and appealing, but it's not a lot of money, and it's a very small business that's doing $100,000 a year. I'm not talking about you as a human being. I'm talking about a business, and there's a lot of upkeep in that, right? So if you're signing up 3 people a day, you're going to be dedicating a minimum of 3 hours of your day just kind of massaging those people. They're going to have trouble signing up. They're going to want help getting their listing to look right. They're not going to know how to do it. So you're going to end up having to help, some percentage of those folks actually, literally add the listing. It's a lot of heavy lifting. You're going to have, you might have 2 of those people who require no time, but the third person requires the whole 3 hours, right? So you have to block out about an hour a day per person, right? That's going to be signing up. So if that's, that's going to lead some of us who want to stay sane to hire help, right? So you're going to actually want to hire people or at least one person to handle 3 people a day signing up at $99 a year, just to keep your sanity string intact. All right. So that is not a real tenable model long term, as I've said many times on these videos. So let's flip it a little bit. And let's say, we could play with the numbers as much as we want, but I've covered this now in a number of calls in the last week with people who are still kind of wedded to the idea that feature listings are going to be the answer. So let's talk to you for a second and say, stay with that model, right? So stay with the feature listing idea as central to what you want to build. But let's flip it now and let's say, how many, for that same $100,000, if you had, let's say 40 people paying you $2,500 a year. Okay. That feels like a lot of money, right? But all of a sudden the number is dramatically reduced. So now you're talking about only getting one person a month. right? 1.3 people a month. So you have 30-day cycles to really kind of massage your marketing and optimize your offer. So $2,500 a year still feels like, that might feel challenging to some of you. But if you really niche it down or kind of locate what that translates into from a math perspective, math is not my, strong suit. I'm not using a script for this, but what's that? 200 and maybe $10 a month. So what would getting what kind of value could you offer for $200 a month, right? To 25 people. Is that right? No, that still feels wrong. Oh, it's 40. It's about 50 people, I guess. 50, yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood of, let's say, 40 people. I'm screwing up the math here, but you get the point, right? So 40 people at $210 a month is what, somewhere around $8,400 a month times 12 months is going to give you your $100,000, right? So what could you offer that would be worth a couple $100 a month to 40 people as a digital brand agency with a directory in a local community? Well, it turns out quite a bit, right? So let's say as soon as someone signs up, and this is going to be part of our exercise that we're working on together for clients, and for those of you who are not clients of mine, feel free to download this anyway or access this in your members area. But you can simply, there shouldn't be an you there, but you can simply write out a series of small but empirically evidenced high ROI style services that you can offer on day one to incite, inspire, encourage, motivate, and move them to sign up for your premium offer. So let's think about that. So let's say that the moment someone signs up, they get a free premium tool keyword research report for either their own business or a competitor, right? So you have Joe's Pizza on day one when he signs up for your $200 plus a month, $210 a month service or digital media service package, fully managed listing, whatever you call it. He gets a spy foo report on Jane's Pizza, or he gets it for himself if he wants to learn how to, where he fits into the landscape of the local ecosystem when it comes to SEO or, Facebook ads or PPC ads or whatever. Let's say you also give him all of the accoutrements that you would offer anyone who gets a fully managed listing. So, the events, if Joe is having events locally, special coupons, for special nights, Monday Night Football at Joe's Pizza, that event gets prominently positioned on his profile. It gets prominently positioned on your directory. The coupon gets added to the VIP coupon section and to his directory. You add every Monday a buddy press update, using the social, functionality that comes with a theme like my listing. Any directory that uses buddy press can do that. Something like Will City has the ability to do that as well, without buddy press. So you're essentially just finding all kinds of cool and creative ways to publicize, to brand or buzz build for Joe's Pizza, right? This is where imagination and creativity and marketing mojo comes into play. So what else could you offer on day one that would be worth $200 a month to a place like Joe's Pizza? Well, let's say you did some SEO work, right? So you're actually going to do some creative things from your directory to ensure that Joe gets some extra juice to his own Joe's Pizza website. Let's say you're using your platform, your extended platform, like your Facebook page, maybe your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever you as a brand in your local community owns. You have the opportunity to use that, to leverage that, to pull different kind of levers to the benefit of your clients who are in your small but focused VIP client base, right? So all you're looking at doing at this point is adding 40 of these people. Let's say Joe doesn't have a website. Let's say that instead of a $2,000 a year offer. Now it's a $5,000 a year offer. So now you have 20 people, less than one a month. So you have a 45-day window, but it's a $5,000 a year offer. It's 400 and, loose change a month. But now you're also giving, in addition to the mini site on your directory that's fully stacked with all their social media and coupons and events and videos and, everything else, you're also giving Joe a new website, right? Using a Theme Forest $50 theme that you're either building for him or you're outsourcing to someone, that does the work for you, right? And I mean, that's a empirical value of X. So maybe that's $1,200 by itself. And then you throw in hosting and maybe some email marketing, like monthly newsletter for Joe. Now, all of a sudden, signing him up for a $5,000 a year service at 400 and some odd dollars a month is not that challenging. And you only need 20 of those people at that point to get to your $100,000 a year figure. Let's now say you're doing this, like many of you have asked about, in 2 or 3 parallel communities. You're doing a number of these directories at the same time, right? I mean, you're building several of these communities in, neighboring localities near you. All of a sudden, you're not looking at this overwhelming thing, right? It's not this like overwhelming proposition. You can still have 50 or 60 clients, and now you're tripling that income, and you really still have and you're able to hire help to help you, and you're really, you're focused on serving a small group of people, not 3,000 people to make now 300 grand. You're just working with 50 people, and out of those 50 people, you're really only going to be allocating your time and energy and attention at 20%, right? It's the Pareto principle. It's always going to be 20%. You're still going to get 80% of people that are going to sort of fall into the dormant kind of space. And it's not your fault, and they're still going to be paying you, or they will have paid you, depending on how you set up your your receivables end of your business. Do you take the full payment up front, or do you do it on on a quarterly basis? I mean, this is all contingent upon your comfort level, and the ability to pay, of course, of your clients. But you are going to turn a small percentage of the people in your community into the most eager evangelists for you and for your brand, for your platform, for your business, and for your directory, right? The other thing I want to encourage you to think about is, those day one offers. So affiliate marketing, like you can help Joe's Pizza immediately on day one set up an affiliate program. And that affiliate program will, irrespective of what happens after he signs on with you, if you can give Joe the idea to empower his other his community to become affiliates for him, that alone, done properly, is going to have it's going to have a huge impact on his business. If you can, give Joe the ability on his website to create turn their clients, their pizza eaters, their restaurant visitors into incentivized evangelists for Joe's Pizza, because you have come up with the mastermind idea to set him up with an affiliate program. And you can just set that up with any, I use Podia for an example for this. And Podia pays me $200 and some every time I sign up a client or I refer a client to their service, right? So when someone pays Podia for an annual membership, that costs $790. It's a phenomenal deal. And it gives them email marketing. It gives them courses, content, a storefront, but it also gives them the ability to offer an affiliate program to their members. So there are so many different ways that you can slice this and sort of reimagine what you're doing for your clients that it becomes sort of silly. I mean, you can just create such an avalanche of ideas that you actually have to tamp down. Even as I'm saying this, I mean, ideas and ideas and ideas just keep stacking and layering and appearing in my awareness. And I'm trying not to sort of foist them, into this video. But there are so many ways that you can use that approach that as we're working together, the goal has to be to come up with a small selection of things that you're comfortable doing that really have an empirical value to your audience, and then integrating them into your brand and your business and ultimately your offers in a way that really excites your audience. But the key point is start thinking high-end offers, not featured listings. You can incorporate the feature listing into a high-end offer, right? So you can think about all the benefits you're going to give those folks and then bundle that into the digital brand offers that ultimately are going to allow you to really transform a business. Offering people $99 for a yearly listing and $8 a month on average ain't going to change many businesses, right? You're going to work really, really, really hard for that. But if you're thinking about, and you're not going to convert, 3 or 4 people a day on your own, it's going to be a full-time job. But it's not a full-time job to get one person every 45 days. If you have a directory that's getting traffic, that's getting some community credibility, that has some gravitas, that's search engine optimized for all kinds of local terms, it's not going to be hard to really help, your audience and your members get really transformative results by charging more rather than less. All right, so let's cover this in week 2. There's a whole suite of exercises here that we're going to go through together. And at the end of this, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, or even in my free communities, if you're interested in talking to me by phone, click on this button here. We can set up a free consultation, and I will work with you for 15 or 20 minutes. No pressure, no obligation. If you want to join us, you are more than welcome to. If you don't, there ain't no pressure to do so. I enjoy helping people, talking to people, and connecting with my community. All right. Hope this helps. And again, always start with the math. God, it's a Sunday morning and I shouldn't be doing this. And less can often be far more powerful and transformative and easy than more. All right. And rewarding. All right. So, and rewarding, I mean also by personally fulfilling and rewarding. It ain't no fun working with 1,000 people who are, paying $8 a month and demand your time as a consequence. It's a lot easier to work with 40 or 80 or 120 who are really paying you what you're worth and really allow you to spread your wings and really fly and do the kind of work that makes you come alive. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to everyone this week.